Welcome back, YouTubers. It's another video, and this time I've got a pickup. It's actually a Toaplan game. I bought this probably about a month or two ago, and it's VV or V5, which is otherwise known as Grindstormer, and it had a Mega Drive release. Don't think it had any other platform release. Don't think it was like on the SNES or PC Engine or anything. If it has, I completely passed it by. And I've heard that the Mega Drive version is underwhelming from Craig and Darren. And, according to at least one of those sources, it's a bit shit. And so, disregarding that, I went out and bought the PCB, and I think it's quite good actually. I think it's the same size, comparable at least in graphical terms with its successor, or at least Tatsujin 2, which is kind of on the same hardware. Not actually the same hardware. If you look closely, the boards are slightly different. They're the same size, so obviously they're very similar games. And I suppose I'll put a bit of gameplay up in a minute, but the main thing about VV is that it kind of supposedly broke a bit of new ground with bullet hell. You'll see in a few places that there are some sort of bullet patterns, if you can call them that. Bear in mind this was quite a bit before the first proper bullet hell game, which is widely considered to be, while he talks while he's trying to remember the bloody name of it. Can't remember what the flipping thing's called now. You know, that one, yeah, the one that was almost a cave game, Batsugan, that's it. So, with that in mind, I think the game is quite good. It has good playability, has good music, it's got a good sort of chiptune sound. I think the difficulty curve is quite good. It really challenges you on level 2, and then after that it just turns into a rotten Toaplan game, but at least level 1 is easily completable with 1 credit, and it really isn't a doddle, which is always nice when you get back into the game. You know, you can get past the first level. On Tatsujin 2, the first level was a bit of a demon towards the end. The bosses are good. You have to do a bit of weaving, and you have to really keep your wits about you. And what else to say about it? I think overall it's just a pretty good game, really. It's the sort of game I like. I think it's got that nice kind of pixely kind of graphic art style that is, you know, quite typical of Toaplan and Cave. I think it's better than a lot of console shooters because it's an arcade game. Can I think of any other reasons to like it? I like the fact it's on a square board. Again, I think overall the fact that it's on a nice square board, I mean, you can't say fairer than that, can you? Sorry, I've got some Qatar, and yeah, it's got a bit of writing on it, and let's show you some gameplay before this video gets really long and boring. I have to edit it, which isn't very much fun since I sold my edit software during a period of unemployment. No, I can't put as many videos up, and if I do, I generally don't edit them. Okay, over to you, over to the TV for some gameplay. Thanks for watching. Give us a bit of gameplay, and I'm playing very close to the microphone, and I've got 48 minutes left on the battery. So, here's a bit of gameplay. First thing you'll notice is these little orbs. You start off with 2 of them. You can get up to 4. And they move forwards and backwards in formation without you pressing any buttons, no buttons C. And when they move backwards and forwards, of course the firepower is more dispersed. You move it like that, it's more concentrated. I think most of this game you can just leave it facing forward. It seems to black most of the stuff. There are no other weapons. Yes there are, sorry, completely wrong there, it's the whole point of the game. There are several other weapons. I might showcase them if I die, and if I die then it shows that I'm a bit rusty, because this first level is very easy indeed, and good players should not die. So along the bottom of the screen you'll see, familiar to Nemesis stroke Gradius stroke sort of Salamander players, among you that there is a weapon bar, and each time you collect a power up, it moves the bar along. My goodness, I'm playing badly. And you hit button 2 to select it. There is no smart bomb. It should be noted. So I'm going to speed up. Generally improves things if you speed up at least once. Generally don't need to go over the top. We're not running a 100 metre sprint here, we're just trying to avoid a few bullets. So here you go, lovely little vibrating enemy there. Got the coffee shakes, and I will destroy him with my superior firepower while he attempts to make merry with a bullet pattern. I don't know if you could call this a sort of proto-bullet pattern, maybe. I mean, for goodness sake, I've even bloody slap fight had bullet patterns. If you want to call an enemy that fires like a button in a fires a bullet in a diagonal pattern, a bullet pattern, I suppose you could say. Anyway, I've just selected power then, which to people unfamiliar with the word power is power up. So I increased my weapon strength, and I'm a big fan of powering up on this game because the other weapons are a little bit flimsy, and it's your forward facing weapon that does most of the work on this game. Very few instances where you need a homing missile as opposed to forward facing firepower. Now this is the first appearance of sort of bonus towers. And it's a little bit like a bonus level, this, or you know. I didn't want to do that. That was a very amateurish move. That was. This is not a power gameplay. Okay. Benefit of all that is that I can power up to full and perform slightly better this time around by cheating. So I've stupidly gone past the speed up option, which you need when you are reborn. Doesn't power up your speed, quite rightly. Bloody annoying if it topped out your speed at the same time as giving you full weapon power. I just lost my shield then, but at least I didn't lose life. Okay, go on then. Oh god, let's just do it. Okay, I changed weapons just so I could show you guys. I don't like this weapon. So, standard fare really. I guess if this gameplay is not going to be about skill, it better be about something. So let me have a think what this can be about. I suppose I could briefly talk about Toaplan. Or shall I not? No, I won't bother. I mean, that's pretty intense, that bit. It's easy to avoid. Some hieroglyphs on the ground. This is nasty. Look, I didn't get to fire them. That can really shake you up if you're not expecting it. Oh, it's got a lovely end of level boss, this level. Ooh. It's quite nice. I mean, you have to keep your eye on a few different things, not just the action on the screen. You have to keep your eye on your power-up bar, which I guess it adds a whole layer of tactical skill to the game. I think I'll speed up. The boss is great on this level. It's a real humdinger. You've really got to keep your wits about you. In fact, it's a very amusing end of level boss. It feels like you're playing an extremely advanced Game & Watch where you have to sort of lift a box up and put it down on the other side of the screen while Donkey Kong tries to hit you with a newspaper or something. So you have more than more than one thing to have to sort of keep your eye on. I just changed back to shot then, because I've shown you the other one and I didn't fancy using it on this boss. He really just needs blatting. Okay, I've already beaten some of his defences. It could be a her. So you want to get rid of those little turrets, they just piss you off. What's that? There's something opened but nothing to come out. That's the first tactical. That's the third tactical. There's 3 tactical elements here. So you've got a homing laser. Oh no, I got outmaneuvered by the homing laser. That was pathetic. Okay. Always hit the speed up button when you get reborn. You cannot survive if you're slow on this game. Okay. It's going to be fun. It's perfectly doable without power-ups. In fact, I don't tend to do better when I'm not powered up on this boss. Don't know if there's a ranking system. That'd be a first, wouldn't it? Okay. I think you just need to get into the groove of it, really. It's about avoiding multiple. That's not good. Okay. That's not. I'm being too random here. I'm blowing out all over the place. You just got to get yourself focused on this one. You get too distracted by those atomic robo kids. I think they're just there as eye candy, really. They don't do much. No! So amateurish. Okay, let's give it one last go. I wasn't in any kind of groove with that boss encounter. I'm getting phased by those round bullets. It's making me quite anxious. That one. Okay. Okay, so that's what I wasn't doing, which is returning to the bottom of the screen after blatting. Because if you're at the bottom, you've got a little bit longer to move out of the way of those lasers, which always will target you, your vertical position on the screen. I don't know if it's the done thing to do gameplay voiceovers. Yeah, that's easy. I like the idea of talking whilst undergoing intense gameplay. Try and avoid swearing and cursing or anything. Have we done search before? We have. Okay. Bad memory. Okay, I'll show you missile this time. Whoa, the excitement. I can hardly wait. There's only like 28 minutes left on the battery. Right, here you go. Oh, for fans of the Gunhead series of games, there'll be much merriment in the aisles as you witness familiar power-ups. This one's lovely. I mean, that is... oh my goodness me. I managed to blow it up. Right, as far as I recall, this bit is very intense. And I need a flipping shield at this point. I'm going to get rid of this tosspot weapon as I'm dead. Oh, I didn't deserve to live then. Oh! Fuck that. No! I was then under the impression that I had limited time to in fact, I don't know whether that was my only high score. Should have lapped that one up a little bit more. I was worried the special thing would get away, which is a bit stupid because it wasn't going to go away. Are you hanging on there with me? If you are, bless you. If you're not, I hope you're doing something more interesting. Always think 2 layers of parallax for me really is the minimum. I don't like single scrolling backgrounds. I find them lazy, especially on vertical games. Don't mind them so much on horizontal. Not enough to worry about on most horizontal shooters. But last thing I want is to get bored whilst playing one of these games. Oh no. I'll do a little bit of a... I don't even know why I had to preface this comment. I'm going to buy a PS4 game. In fact, I already bought it and it's already on its way. And those little mechanical fish give you some clue as to what it is. The tension is unbearable. Fucking Darius Chronicle Saviours, or what it's called. Chronic Shithole, whatever it's called. That was getting quite spicy, that level, wasn't it? Very, very nice. Look at that. Yeah, I bought Darius Chronicle Saviours, so I'm not going to say any more than that, because whenever I mix up the videos, it never really works. So stay tuned. Oh no! Okay, one more continue and then I'll call it a day. So that's special. Rising game players will recognise that from Dimahoo. I don't know whether that was influenced by this. I mean, crikey, you know. Programmers can't make everything up all the time, can they? Right, I'm going to concentrate now. Get my head around this situation. Oh, that's good. This is beautiful. I'm starting to enjoy this now. You've got that right balance of difficulty, bullet dodging and firepower is what you want in a game. That's difficult, isn't it? That's hard. I'm in danger zone now. Yeah, it wasn't going to last very long. Oh no! Dangerous. Let's take these out. I'll give me a bit less of a headache. Let's give myself a bit more speed as well. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Dodge them bullets. Oh, I'm pleased with that. If there's one moment of bullet dodging that will define this video, it was that. It could have been luck. Okay, I seem to have reached a boss. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, he looks like a clothes peg, and very much like a... yeah. No, what an idiot. I didn't last very long there. So that's it, game over. I will continue, but I'll stop the gameplay. Okay, I just defeated that boss, and a moment of focus. I was quite pleased with that. I didn't capture it on film, but I'm on the next level. So I thought I would just give it a bit of a demo. Slow bullets. Yeah, last boss was really good actually. It had loads of bullet patterns. Oh, lovely. Beautiful. Ooh, wow. Phoenix style. Oh, evil. That's bullet hell, isn't it? And correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if their fire trail is lethal. Oh! I was just about to say I'm on form. Never say you're on form. really decent enemies and parallax. Really have to no, it's your eye. You see, your eye needs to move from there to there quite quickly. Let's give this a go. And I'm enjoying this, I have to say. I don't know if this has answered the question, Craig, or about whether this is any good, this PCB. But I think half the problem with the Mega Drive version is it's not in Tate mode. Is grossly offensive to any vertical scrolling game. It's sort of squashed onto half of the screen, with the other half of the screen given over to tactical information like your score and how many lives you've got. There is a bit of a resurgence in Tate gaming. I think I'm going to survive that, was I? And thanks to the mobile phone being a Tate screen. And yeah, that is it. Nothing beats a CRT. I'm really enjoying this game. I've not played this level yet. I've been very disciplined with my continues. Actually, it's not that. It's just I haven't been able to get past the boss, and because it's you know, you can't just. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Because you go back, it's a tight game. You can't beat the boss unless you're good. Which I think is a great way. It's a great foil for cheating. I've been nudged forward a checkpoint. If you're basically stuck with checkpoints, then it just really makes you have to practice and be good at the game. Oh, it's nasty, 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 evil. Oh, there's 4 of them. Just great little scenes. I think the next Star Wars film should try and build on some of these bullet dodging game mechanics. And let's have a row of violently firing ships that the Jedi has to move around. We don't want classical sort of messy sequences. We want gigantic rows of vertically stacked. I am waffling now. Okay, back to business. Holy cow! What kind of gameplay is that? I only survived because I had a shield. Good to be stuck on the side of the screen, that's for sure. I'm going to be pretty central on these shooters. Ooh! Beautiful scrolling background, you can see that on this video, but there's a good 3 or 4 layers of parallax under there. And it's nice when they save the good graphics for later levels. You know, it really makes you feel very, very pleased with yourself. Most good shooters have got superior later levels. Most of my favourite ones. I don't know what I'm doing now. The video camera's still rolling. Yes, it is. Okay. Level 4 boss. Building on that theme of... Oh, wow. Yeah, good, good, good. This is kind, isn't it? It's a kindly run up to a boss. There's no stress. Some of these boss encounters, you have a really stressful ride just before you get to the actual boss, and half the time you don't even survive to the boss. Oh! I think it knows that it's a difficult boss. I think I'll leave it there. To be continued. Okay, never mind. It's not so difficult that you can't... I'm not sure whether a speed up is actually the right tactic for this, because you've got some nasty little small gaps to fly through. Okay. You wait till he changes. It's good. This is what you've been waiting for all these years. A boss like this. How's your boss? Does your boss fire lasers at you? Does your boss have bullet pens? Holding my nerve. Right, you see what he's done now? He's gone into full-on bullet hell mode. I haven't got any further than this. Oh no! What's he going to do now? Beautiful.